so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Your evidence.
My evidence? No, this is just the evidence that I told her. So I didn't even give you an argument yet. Would you like it?
Yeah,
Would you like
sure.
an? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. Seven
That's not an
questions.
argument.
It was gonna lead to a conclusion. Then it will be the argument. Okay.
So your premises are questions?
A lot of premises are. I mean, I have to see where your head is at to ask you things. So this what's gonna have to be. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so the first question is, let's say all the knowledge that you have on the sun disappears. So you don't have any knowledge about the sun's existence. You don't even know the sun exists until you step outside of your house. So when you step outside of your house during the daytime, do you think that you would think the sun existed? Yes or no?
Before or after I step out? I mean, after I step out, I'll know. Before I won't.
After.
I just told you. Yeah, after I would, but before, no.
Awesome. Okay, let's say you give a bear an iPhone. Do you think that the bear would determine the iPhone's existence?
The bear would determine the iPhone's existence.
Mm-hmm.
The bear would know that there's an object in front of him, but he probably wouldn't know what
Which
it
would be a
does.
yes, right? That would be a yes, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you these 5 questions. Have you ever saw God? Have you ever saw God before?
No, that would be a category A.
Great. So then the 4 other questions would be like hear God, taste God, touch God, and smell God before would be no, right?
Yeah, that would be a category A. No.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked you these questions, well, the first 2 questions was to when something's a fact, like it already exists. It doesn't matter of how knowledgeable you are, it will still exist prior to your knowledge about
So
it.
can I ask you a question?
So, no, let me finish. I didn't even get to the argument yet, okay?
Okay.
So, once again, when something is what we use every day, which is the sun and iPhones, or just phones in general, those things exist because they're a fact. So, you don't have to be knowing to know that it still exists, right? So then the 5 senses, you concluded that yeah, you don't God hasn't proven himself to you without your 5 senses. So the how do you know he exists is the question. How do you know?
Yeah, the point is that your
Mhm.
standard is basically saying in order for me to believe in something or say that something exists, it
I
has to come
mean,
through
you're
the
going to have to
sensory
tell me
experiences.
otherwise. You're going to have to tell me something that
Yeah,
you
so here's
don't
the
use your
argument
five
against that.
senses for.
Here's the argument against that. If you're
Okay.
saying that the only way for me to believe in something, to believe that something exists, is in the sensory experience, that is itself empiricism. And do you find empiricism in the sensory experiences?
I everything I know today is from my 5 senses.
Do you
So,
know that from your five senses?
yeah, I've heard this before, and that's
So
hearing.
you know that proposition is true from your five senses, really?
No, that's not true for one, but two, I heard that before. So if you think that you can experience something without, having eyes, taste, smell, hearing, and literally having a body, tell me what can you know without those things?
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe in human rights?
Can you answer my question first?
Yeah, because we don't think that God is reducible to physical matter. We see that's a
No,
category.
yeah, I
God is literally
understand.
defined as an image.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm not using how you see the world to these questions. I'm asking what the majority sees the world to. So this is not just a you kind of question, right? Obviously, you think God is not to be physical, but that's besides the point. I'm asking how do you know something without your 5 senses? How do you get an idea of
Because we
that?
believe in many things that we can't see with our or with
I'm
sensory
asking you.
experiences, right?
I'm not asking
Yeah.
we. I'm asking
So
you.
for example, so for example, I can't see human rights in the sensory experiences, but I believe in it. I can't step in human rights, can I? I can't
So
touch that, can I?
human rights exists outside of Homo sapiens?
Human rights are not reducible to the physical objects. You understand that, right?
Can you answer my question? I don't know why you keep on asking me questions when I asked you
That's
one
okay.
first.
Listen, I don't think
No,
that
you didn't answer the
well,
question. Just answer
I
it.
didn't answer your question.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I don't think that
So,
human rights
okay,
are
so
reducible to physical matter, which is what you think.
okay, so there religion, um logic, human rights are things that human beings made to cope with themselves, obviously. Because if you don't, those things don't exist outside of Homo sapiens, okay? Because bears don't have human rights, they have no idea what logic is, and they don't use religion.
Okay,
So when I
but you
ask
believe
you a
in those things, right?
question, hold on, when I ask you a question to those, well, one of the things, the answer would be no.
Wait, no. So you don't believe in
That's what.
human rights?
It doesn't matter what I personally believe in. I just care about the facts. And the
So you
fact
don't believe in
is,
logic? But you're
who
using
is
logic
saying
right
that?
now. You're using inferences
I
and
literally
reasoning.
just
What are you
said
talking
that
about?
those things are human-made constructs. So that would mean I'm a
So
human and
logic
I
is a
would use
human-made
it.
construct?
It is to better
Okay,
understand things, but logic does
so
not
you
exist
you think inference
outside of
you
a
think
human
inferencing
mind.
and can I talk without being
No, I was
interrupted?
talking. You just asked me a question, and then you
Okay,
want to cut me
can I
off.
respond? So do you think inferencing and reasoning is a human construct?
I think it all is. That's it. So
So
again, you're not
reasoning is a
really,
so we just
you didn't
made up
even
reasoning.
answer my
So
question.
nice.
So I just want you to give me an example back to the first question I asked you, because you claim
Sure.
that you can get an idea of something without your five senses. So let me give you an example so you can better understand. So let's say you're blind, you're deaf, you don't have a nose or a mouth, and you don't have
Okay.
a body. But let's say you're still living after all that. Oh, you're blind, you're deaf. Okay, I need to leave anyways. The answer is just no. Like, I don't always want to put myself in their shoes. Wait, hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. I don't want to always put myself in their shoes. I want you to put them in my shoes. They're like, oh, well, I can't get understanding because of, well, I mean, God is not physical. I'm not talking about just you. I'm just talking about the overall aspect because not everyone's religious. Like, I'm sick of putting myself in their fucking shoes. They need to put it in mine. And then we'll get to that point later. Remember to wear your work before you shoot. Why don't you say my name? Would you say my name? Yes. Well, I've forgotten it. Just say my name. Just say my name. I need to go. I don't want.
Hello, I not speak English. Kenapa engkau duduk seorang?
No!
Kenapa? Adakah saya salah cakap?
No!
Asal?
English?
I don't
English? English. No! Hamza. Hamza. Malay. Are you Indonesian?
know. No, Malaysia.
Oh.
Tak faham tu.
That fondue? What? Oh, Malaysia. Thai. Thai? Do you speak Chinese? Do you speak Chinese? Hamza. Hamza. Oh. I don't know why he joined and he don't speak no freaking English. Why don't you speak no English? No. I wish I was bilingual. Sorry. Anyways, hey Halo. I was gonna join you, but every time I try to join you, it just doesn't let me for some reason. So, the little girl. Can you speak? That was Chinea. Oh, he left. Oh no, he didn't. Oh. Charlie.
Hiya.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, girl.
Do you believe in God? Yes or no?
Nah,
Are you an agnostic or an atheist?
agnostic.
Tell me why.
Because I'm not really like a fan of the whole religion thing.
Because you
Like,
think
there
it's
must-
man-made, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
So if you think something's man-made, why would you think God that comes from these religions exist?
Exactly.
No, I'm asking you because you're agnostic.
Oh, okay. So like, God in like a broader concept, like he doesn't like, or it don't care.
What do you
But,
mean?
Like
Juice
like,
WRLD,
I
my
don't
son.
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. I admit the fact that I don't know, so I'm agnostic.
Yeah, but let me tell you that in reality you do know, right? Because I'm an atheist. That means I'm really sure that God is not real. So let me just sum it up for you, okay?
Okay.
There's so much evidence for each and every religion because I feel like God, the concept of God, only comes from religion. It doesn't come outside of religion, right? So if you believe in God, or you had that thought, if you had that thought in your head, it's from religion, whether you like to believe it or not. So, and I agree with the fact that it's man-made religion, right? And God didn't exist. Without religion, God didn't exist to people. And then religion came and then God exists. So I think God is just a big part of this man-made scheme. And I think since religion is fake, I would think God is fake as well. That's what I would just say.
Yeah, I mean it's a natural conclusion, but There's also
Yeah.
another thing, which is like the spirituality of it.
Yeah, that
Like,
comes from religion too. Like everything that is centered around God, they had to come from a religious person. Because when you talk to spiritual people, they're like, "Oh, I once was Christian. I once was Muslim." So they come from religion, and then they turn it and interpret it however they would interpret like God to be. But it does stem from religion, whether they like to say it or not. These spiritual people.
it's just what happened before religion was set up.
Yeah, religion is like 2,000 years old, maybe a little older. But Homo sapiens, they've been
Older than that.
around. Yeah, a little teeny bit older. But Homo sapiens been around for over 200,000 years. So religion is like a new thing. It's like a new thing compared to how long we existed for. So then those people who only thing on their mind wasn't religion or God, it was about surviving. So that's also a reason too. Like religion's, it's a new thing. It's not like something that existed since the crack of dawn. It's just a lie. It's all of it's a lie, and everyone needs to snap out of it. And don't. Oh, hold on, Snowflake. You're such a disgusting person. You're such a disgusting person, Snowflake.
I didn't see it with my own eyes, so I don't believe it.
No, you do not.
I don't believe it, just like I don't believe in.
Okay, well, I don't believe you exist because I don't see you. But guess what? You can hear me. Oh. Cowboys and angels, I'll take a stride with you. Know what I remember. Okay, I gotta go to work. I'm like severely late.